So we're going to start by scoring the pages. Scoring the pages. So you're going to need to do this 3 times. So you're going to score. So this is a piece of A4. This is UK size A4, so it's 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. If you're in the US, your standard size is a little bit different, but not too much that this won't work for you, I think. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 5 3/4, and 10 3/4. So we're going to do that for 3 pieces of cardstock. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 5 3/4, and 10 3/4. Last one. Where are we? 1/2 inch, 5 3/4, and 10 3/4. So that is our basic card measurements. Let me just hold it there for you. So you've got 1/2 inch, 5 3/4, and 10 3/4 inches. Okay, so we will move on. So you're going to need to fold and burnish all of the score lines. And this is the basis of our pages. So after we've scored, then we can start on each page and decide how we're going to decorate them and the layout, I guess, of each one. So the 1/2 inch flap is going to be the spine, and that's the piece that will attach to the spine. So we'll start with this one. So that's your piece that's going to attach to the spine. Then you'll flip it over and then it will open like so. So the front, each page, the front is with your 1/2 inch score line to the left. Then this is the front piece. So this is where we will start work first. So we can put our double-sided tape on here, just so we are not getting confused which bit is which. So I have got some 1/2 inch score tape. There. So this is the front piece. So to mat it, oh, let me grab my paper, I just thought. I'm going to be using the Share What You Love Speciality Designer Series paper, which is fabulous. So I'm going to grab, whoops, oh, can't get it out of the bag. So for the front of the album, I'm going to decide which one I want first for the very, very front and put that to the side. So I think it's got to be that one for the very front. So, that one. I think that one actually for the front cover. Yeah, we'll go with this one for the front cover. So I'm going to put that to the side so I don't use it and not have enough to decorate the front cover. So we'll go with this one for our first page. So first thing that we are going to do is just cut a mat for this front piece. and that will be 8 inches by 5, because I'm just going to double check. This should measure 5 1/4 by 8 1/4, and it does. So I'm going to cut a piece. I've just got my trim off to the side here, so I'm just going to be cutting off to the side, save moving it over all the time. So I'm going to cut a piece that's 5 inches by 8 inches, and that will fit nicely there. But before I stick that down, I'm going to make, let me just double check. Yeah, I'm going to make a belly band that's going to go across the middle, but I want to stick it behind the designer series paper. So we'll grab another piece of cardstock. So that's 3 we've used so far, so we're on to our 4th piece of cardstock, and this is cherry cobbler, by the way, I can't remember if I said. So I want this to be, I'm just checking on my other one, I'm going to go with 1 inch. So let's just cut 1 inch off here. So that'll go across the middle, and then using up some of this, I'm going to use that to mat onto the belly band. So I will cut off, I want it to be quite a thin mat, so if this is 1 inch, I'm going to cut 7/8 of an inch, so that's just under 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut, bear with 1 second. Yeah, I've just done 3/4 of an inch because it'll just make it easier. But that I'm going to flip it over so it will be the contrasting pattern. So that was 1 inch, this is 3/4 of an inch. And we will wrap that around the back of the designer series paper. So to do that, I'm just going to fold gently around the paper, not too tight because we do want to be able to get things in and out of the belly band. Fold it over and burnish. Like so. Then on the back side you want to add tape or whatever glue you like. There we go. Then remove, bring your layer back in, and about the middle you want to wrap it around. Like so. Give that another burnish. Now this can be stuck onto our card base, and I'm going to use wet glue for this. Oops. Just to give it a bit more stability. Okay. Make sure it's stuck down really well. We don't want it lifting up. And then this piece, whoop, that way around, we're going to stick that down. And again, I'm just going to use wet glue. So this is the same width as this piece, so it's 5 inches wide. And I will have the measurements in the description, and I think probably over on my blog. I'm going to try and have some pictures and stuff as well for you. So that is the first page. Okay, so we turn over, so we're just turning over to this piece. So on here we're going to make a pocket, and the pocket measurements are 6 by 3, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. So by the way as well, the piece of cardstock that I cut the strip off for the belly band, keep it. So this is going to be our sort of reserve pile, so any of the bits that we cut off we will be using them again, so don't throw away. Not that you would throw all that away, but you know what I mean. So 3 is that right? Yep, 3 inches by 6. Okay, so then we can grab the scoreboard and we will score it at 1/2 inch on both of the short sides, and then along one of the long sides. Like so. So you'll have score line, score line, score line. Then we're going to add our, no, we'll burnish first and then add tape. Okay, now we'll add our tape. And I add the tape first and then miter the corners, just to make sure that the tape goes right to the edge, because you don't want it lifting or anything like that. So now that we've put our tape on, oh, where's my little scissors? Let me just go and grab them. Okay, so now you just need to miter the corners. So the square that's formed in the middle, you're going to cut that away completely on both sides, like so, and then miter that corner and that one. So I will pop it down so you can have a look. So that's what we've done. We've cut those 2 corners and that one. So then bringing our page back, so we're working on this side, we will add our pocket. So take the tape backing off, when it decides it wants to come off. There we go. So I always fold down the sides first and then the bottom, just because I usually get a better, I don't get any, it's stuck on this bit when you're putting things in and out of the pocket. So you can open it out if that helps. So line it up with the bottom and there. Give that a good burnish down. So that's your pocket. So next we just need to mat this page. So this one is a little bit smaller than this page because we've got that flap in there. So it's, instead of 5 inches to mat it, it's 4 3/4. Still 8 that way, but 4 3/4. And I think I'll use the reverse of this piece that I've still got here. So 8 by 4 3/4. So obviously some of this needs to go in the pocket. So if we take off, where are we? So the pocket is 2.5, so we need to cut 2 1/4 inches off the bottom. So now you'll have a piece that will slip just in, and then that will mat the pocket there. You can, if you want to, flip one over, but I think I'm going to leave it both this side of the paper. Oh, what was that? Okay, so gluing this down. Onto there. Oops. So that one can go. Slide in slightly. Just 1 second, Mum. Slide that into place like so. And then give it all a good burnish. And there you go. So that is a pocket one done. There, so first page, second page, ooh, looking lovely. I'm going to pause now and go and have some lunch, and then we will finish off the inside. So back in a bit. Okay, so we are going to move into the middle part here. So for this one, I'm going to keep it quite simple and just mat both of these pages, and then you've got space for lots of bigger pictures or some journaling or whatever you decide to do. So for here, we just need a piece that's 8 by 5 and one that's 8 by 4 3/4. So I want them to be the same piece of paper, so I've got a bit of a cut off there. This should be enough. So 8, put it down to 8. Then you need a piece that's 5 inches for there, and then one that's 4 3/4 inches for there. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to mat this side, but I'm going to mat this side. So this is 1 inch wide, so I need a piece that's 3/4 of an inch. So let me see. You know, I can't cut it on this trimmer. I need to cut it on the Stampin' Up one because it has the smaller measurements. Bear with. Ooh. 1 sec. Okay, so that's going to go there. But what I need to do before I stick the paper down is we're going to add some magnets. So the magnets are going to go on this side, because when this closes over, we're going to have magnets on here, so this will stay closed. So you can stick this one down to start with. get that one done. So wet glue. You could ink the edges of your paper if you wish. Just for quickness, I'm not going to. But it does make a project look nice and complete when the edges are inked. Okay, so this side we need a magnet, so I'm going to put them on here first. So I've got these from Magnet Expert on Amazon, which I will link to for you in the description. So these are sticky back as well, this size, which is good. I'm going to pop one about there, sort of in the middle, and then one down the bottom, sort of in the middle of the strip, like so, and take another one and pop it on top, and put a bit of tape on because the stickiness is actually on the other side of the magnet. So just throw in a smidge of tape. Like so. So then take the backing off. Oh. Come on. There we go. So I've taken the backing off, so now when I close it, they will be in the right spot on that side. So then I just take a bit of, just a minute, tape. Even though these are sticky on there, I do like to put a bit of tape just to make sure it does not move. And the same on this side. Just a bit of extra. We don't want it moving anywhere. And take the tape off. And then stick this strip down. It's gonna go there. Oops. And really press it down around your magnet as well to make sure it's stuck down either side of it. So you don't have any gaps on the edges. And then this one, take the tape off, and then stick this layer down, and then that is the first page done. So it's not too long to do. Oh no, one more thing to do before we are completely finished. Okay. So that's that stuck. Burnish around the magnet. So that will close and that will stay closed. So before we finish this page, I'm just going to take one of the scrap pieces of the cherry cobbler cardstock, and I'm using the Starburst punch, and then I've got a 1 3/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch out a circle. See if I can get it out of this piece. Oh no, just a bit too small. So out of this one. So go back to the first page. So I'm going to stick it down that way. So stick that down, and then grab your scoreboard and score this in half. So this is a 2 1/4 inch circle, the starburst, so you need to score it at 1 1/8. And it is kind of thick because you're going through the cardstock and the pattern paper. Then you can fold that in half and really burnish that well. So then open your page up, and then in the fold line you're going to put a line of glue like so, and then on this first page with it opened out, you're just going to tuck that onto the bottom and really push it up quite firmly, because you want that glue to stick really well. And if it over spills out the sides, that's fine, you can just wipe it away, but you want to make sure that it's stuck really well. Give it a good burnish. Any bits that overflow, you can actually want it to overflow a little bit, that way you know it's stuck really well. Okay, so you can close that back, and then what that will be is a little stopper, so anything you put in, it's not going to fall out the bottom. So you've got your first page with the belly band and the stopper, this page with our pocket, and then you open it up to a nice double spread that you have got a stopper that side as well, so you could pop something in there to journal on about whatever picture you put there. So that is page number 1 complete. I'm going to stop this video now, and then on the next video we will do page number 2. So see you in a bit. Bye.